Trouble comes knocking and Would You Marry Me, as the scoundrel WooJoo finds out about MeRi's fake marriage. This comes just when MeRi and WooJoo decide to come clean about their fake marriage and house sham. Knowing that he now has the upper hand, WooJoo threatens MeRi with WooJoo's reputation, asking her to break up with WooJoo. I must say, his karaoke scene was the funniest scene in the last episode, as his regret was a balm to the viewers' aching heads, due to his insufferable attitude. What's more, for someone who had cheated, blocked, and left MeRi stranded, WooJoo sure has some audacity. This isn't surprising, given that his mother sees no fault in his actions, but instead blames MeRi and even accuses her of cheating. What's more, the sister is out to snag an unsuspecting man, to drive through hell, like his brother did with MeRi. They are a family of opportunists. The scoundrel WooJoo doesn't love MeRi, but simply wants to ride on her back. This is why he was furious on learning that she's moved on from him. He tried to get her new beau fired, only to find out that he's the future successor of the company. Now that he inadvertently found out about MeRi's marriage scam, he's bound to milk it for what it's worth, just to make her miserable, as misery likes company. Now aware of WooJoo's background, MeRi resolves to protect him. She breaks up with him, just as her annoying ex wanted. This takes WooJoo by surprise, as they've been doing well and are a perfect match for one another. Meanwhile, what Hanu plans for the Kim family is inhuman. To think that his second wife, once worked under the chairwoman, and knows the family well, is heartbreaking. Their plan is to steal from Myeongsundang, use the funds to form a private equity fund, and then finance Myeongsundang's US plant, gaining the upper hand in Myeongsundang, as this will enable them to hold the reins. It's frustrating to see how Mi-yeon defends her husband and son, completely unaware of his plans. She readily admits that her son is unqualified, just like her, but somehow, she wants him to lead the company. Meanwhile, her son, Young-soo, deserves more credit than he's given. He's observant and might know of his father's other family. This could be the reason he asked his mother to trust him, instead of his father. Despite his bickers with WooJoo, he knows his favorite things, and how much the teddy bear MeRi had given him meant to him. Unlike his mother, who's completely unaware of anything else, aside from her husband and son. This is going to be very heartbreaking for her. This is why her son seems more concerned for his mother, than for himself or the company. With only a few episodes left, I wonder if Hanu will face justice for killing WooJoo's parents, and the death of Mr. Ko. I wonder how all these will come to light. Seeing the amount of screen time given to his suitcase, this could be the beginning of his end. He held the folder until the last minute, to make sure his wife didn't view its content. Then when they got to the airport, the camera focused on the case. Maybe, his son will get hold of the folder, and find out that his father doesn't only have another family, but also plans to steal them blind. Meanwhile, as Myeongsundang's 80th is around the corner, Hanu returns to Korea, bearing bad news for the chairwoman. WooJoo is currently distracted with his romance and relationship with MeRi, to piece together all that he's seen so far from his uncle. He had seen the J Company chart on his uncle's table and, from the preview, overheard his conversation with his grandmother. Poetic justice would be Hanu's second wife pulling a con on him, while he goes to jail for murder and embezzlement. What's more, Jin Jae-young is gradually accepting her place in WooJoo's life, realizing they could be nothing more than friends. She's currently focused on her feelings for WooJoo, to see the love potential by her side. Surprisingly, She and WooJoo had dated, but ended things within a month. She was the one who ended things. Her concern for WooJoo had been valid, but she let her jealousy get the best of her. Now, things are strained between her and WooJoo, as she'd crossed a line. WooJoo had noticed MeRi's discomfort when his grandmother mentioned deceit as her pet peeve, and how his grandmother easily accepted Jin, treating her like a potential daughter-in-law. However, the chairwoman seems grounded, and won't hold MeRi's status against her. She had stood by her grandson, even if it had taken years, when her husband had blamed and ostracized him for his parents' deaths. Meanwhile, with WooJoo's threats ringing in her ears, MeRi breaks things off with an astounded WooJoo. Hurting him also hurts her. The impetus of the cheating WooJoo, to demand such from her. At work, MeRi tries to avoid WooJoo's gaze as much as possible. After work, WooJoo visits the bridge, where he'd let MeRi out, after their first encounter. Unable to help himself, he stops by her house, to see what she's up to. Aware of this, MeRi turns off the lights, making it seem like she's already in bed. But then, all these still aren't enough for the scoundrel, WooJoo, who makes more demands from MeRi, threatening to make her and WooJoo pay, if she calls the police. Ready to give it all up, MeRi stands up to him, and he tries to hit her. Thankfully, WooJoo happens to be in time, and puts him in his place. This leads to a reconciliation between MeRi and WooJoo, as WooJoo realizes that MeRi had been protecting him. Although she'd accepted her place in WooJoo's life, Jin finds it difficult to sort out her feelings. WooJoo and MeRi can be seen consummating their love in the preview for the next episode. On the day of Myeongsundang's 80th anniversary, WooJoo decides to introduce MeRi to his grandmother. Upon learning that Songyun would stop by, MeRi tries to make a run for it, but runs into WooJoo's grandmother, who's curious about her relationship with WooJoo. Unfortunately, Songyun overhears their conversation. Concerned for MeRi, WooJoo goes after her, but is accosted by Songyun, who questions his relationship with MeRi. Knowing that the anniversary would be public, you'd think WooJoo and MeRi would sort things out before then. Next week's episodes will be about angst, revelation, and reconciliation. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the series so far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.